It's week 1 of the 2022 season. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC West rivals. It's the Raiders and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we welcome you to week 1 of a new NFL season. And, partner, no waiting around for either of these teams. We are jumping right into the season with an AFC West rivalry game between the Chargers and the Raiders.
And so much attention on the AFC West as we head into this season. Both of these teams fought their way to winning records last year, and the division was tough then. Very similar teams. Remember, Las Vegas snuck into the playoffs at 10-7. Los Angeles just left out at 9-8, and they had that winner-take-all game to finish it in Week 18 last year. We know that every win's going to be crucial, especially in this division. Let's get this one going. Partner, I know you're ready to go.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. Taken in at the 3. As the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
In the midst of the tumultuous 2021 season, the Las Vegas Raiders really turned to their quarterback, Derek Carr, to not only drive their offense, leading to career-high totals from the 8th-year passer and a nearly 5,000-yard season throwing the football, but also his leadership ability. He really grabbed that team and led them to the playoffs for the 2nd time in his career while coming out one of the toughest divisions in football.
The Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the 1st quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Now Carr again. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 39, Carr. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
All about the offense so far on this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked over all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with the 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He is also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
From the 24, Herbert. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the gun, Herbert on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And taken right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Carr now on first down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A first down for Davante Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building off of a 123-catch, 1,500-yard season. Now, of course, in Raiders black and silver instead of Packers green and gold.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Carlson able to put this one through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Throwing his car on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
6-0 our score after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 30 on second down, Herbert. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Running on first down, Eckler. To about the 40-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Here's Herbert. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, they had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. It's a pickup of 6.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now they'll throw with Carr. Oh. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. Out to Cole on the right side. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
2021 was the first time in Jacobs' career that he failed to reach 1,000 yards in a season, but his scoring didn't slow down at all. Still finished with 9 touchdowns in 15 games, and his 28 touchdowns since he entered the league are the 5th most in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On play action, now Carr. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Again, it's Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr now on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd and 9. Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
now
2.
it's Herbert. Right side caught by Jackson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Carr to throw again. It's caught here by Adams. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Carr to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Under review.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. Back to Renfro again, complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Working with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Again, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime.
time. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that they're very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he stopped immediately there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the two.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And they turned a pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Josh Jacobs, the Raiders.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line.
Hands this to Speller to start things.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here's Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Drake.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Carr now to throw.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 37.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard. And the attempted 3 will have to come from the other end of the field. As time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
These two teams all tied up 16 apiece as we start the 4th quarter. The kick by Carlson is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Herbert. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, Allen's got it complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught here by Adams.
He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Carr, a handoff here to Drake.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Ball start, offense.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Carr. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Jacobs.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They'll run it with Jacobs. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Herbert on 3rd down now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all. They actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And that's caught by Williams.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Herbert to throw.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now Herbert.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Herbert.
Over the middle, complete.
That's Williams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Herbert.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Herbert going to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll move him back within 6 now.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the post.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Las Vegas,
they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here.